I remember the day like it was just yesterday. It was my last year of college and I didn't know what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. Just like many of you who are probably watching this. Or maybe you just graduated college and you still don't know what to do. That's okay, don't worry. You're supposed to not know. In today's video, I'm gonna share with you what worked for me after college to answer that question that we ask ourselves every day. What am I supposed to do for the rest of my life? It's a scary question, and it's not an easy one either. It definitely wasn't an easy one for me, but let me share with you what worked for me. Before we get to the solution, I wanna go back in time a little bit. Back in 2015, I made the decision to attend California State University of Northridge. I was planning on graduating with a business degree in economics. Why? Because according to Google and everything that I researched, it was the degree that was going to allow me to make the most amount of money after college. Soon into my third year in college, as I was approaching graduation date, I learned that if I wanted a battling chance with every other graduate, I had to figure out a way to become more valuable in order to earn a high salary job, which is why I always preach that you have to learn to become valuable. And there's many ways to do that. One of the ways is knowing or doing something that others don't know how to do. At the time, I thought that the way to get an advantage over everyone else was to pursue another degree. So I decided to pick up another major and double major in financial planning and economics. As if one degree wasn't enough, right? Well, I didn't pick these majors blindly. I did my research and came to find out that economics and financial planning actually go hand in hand. And if I really took 14 to 16 credits every single semester, all I was really going to do was add one extra year to my college life. Which didn't seem that bad, considering that if I graduated, I was gonna have a better battling chance against every other graduate. So I said, why not? At least this way, it would give me an easier chance to land a high-paying job. So I took the extra major and took that extra year in order to make myself more valuable. Plus, school wasn't really that hard for me. I mean, I don't like to brag, but I learn things fairly easily. Like every single time I pick up a book or I just want to learn something new, I can understand and comprehend it far easier than a lot of more people. I call this my gift from God, right? God didn't give me everything when I originally was here, but He did gift me with a good brain. A brain that allows me to learn much faster than most people, which for me is a blessing in disguise. At least that's what I tell everyone. However, one thing that I want to point out to you is that I didn't have the privilege to just go to school. Far from it. While I was in college, I had to work a full-time job. At one point, I was working 3 jobs in order to support my living. People don't know that at the age of 17, I actually left my home. You see, my mom didn't like that I was always out in the streets and coming home late. So one day, she decided to give me an ultimatum. She told me that I either learn to live by her rules or I could just leave the house. So me, not wanting to listen to anyone, I just grabbed all the clothes that I can in a couple of bags and I just left. And I've been on my own ever since. And I'm actually glad that I did because it allowed me to learn many skills and learn how to become independent and provide for myself, many of which a lot of people my age still don't know how to do. I've been working since I was 15. I've had almost every job imaginable. I learned many skills, but most importantly, I learned what I liked in a job and what I didn't like in a job. And through the multiple jobs that I had through my life, I learned what I was good at, which was sales. And this is where I figured out what I wanted to do after college. It was through the many jobs over the course of 5 years that I learned what I was good at and what I should be applying myself into. If it wasn't for all these jobs that I took over the years, I wouldn't find the gig that I'm currently at, which is selling residential construction services. And it's crazy to think that I actually found this gig on my last year of college. Because on my last year of college, I found a loophole in the school system. I found a loophole where I was able to attend my last year of college in order to just receive my financial aid, but still figure out a way to kind of drop out. You see, I had 2 majors. I found a loophole where if I took a certain amount of classes, I would still be able to graduate with just my economics degree and get my financial aid. So what I did on my last year is I went ahead and told the school that I was going to go to school even though I didn't show up to any of my classes. And right when the semester started, I just turned in my paperwork and dropped my second major. At the end of it all, I had completed all the credits that I needed to graduate with an economics degree, but I didn't graduate with my financial planning degree because I dropped it. That's why sometimes when people ask me, I tell people that I'm a college graduate, but I'm also a college dropout, if that makes sense to you guys. The point of the story is this: you have to try everything while you're young. You're not supposed to know what you're going to do for the rest of your life. It's just a matter of trial and error. And yeah, there's some people who will know sooner than later what they want to do for the rest of their life. Let them be. Just because you don't know what you want to do for the rest of your life doesn't make you any less of a person. You're just a late bloomer. There is nothing wrong with you. But I will tell you this: there is a difference between a late bloomer and a lazy person. A late bloomer is actually trying to grow as an individual, trying to figure everything out, while a lazy person is not doing anything to grow. They're just waiting for something to happen. And let me tell you, buddy, it's never going to come. Things aren't going to land on your lap. You have to go out into the world and try something. Try everything and anything. That's how you figure out what you want to do for the rest of your life. Let me give you a cheat code though, because we live in the modern world. One thing that I tell everyone is that you don't have to be the one to physically fail all the time. You can skip levels, and one of the ways is by using technology. You see, there's people already in almost every job imaginable. Many of the jobs out there in the world, somebody already has, meaning somebody is already living the life that you desire. You just have to go out and find the person. And because we live in the modern world, there is a social media platform that allows you to do that, and it's called Indeed. If you want to skip all these levels and figure out what each occupation entails, whether it's lifestyle, income, or just the way of living altogether, you have to reach out to these people. I would suggest find somebody that's 1 year in, 5 year in, 10 years in to any job that you want. Reach out to them, ask them questions about anything that you want. And I will tell you this, not everyone's going to want to reply to you, and not everyone's going to tell you the truth. But you have to keep just asking for help and asking all these people who are 5-10 years ahead of you. As humans, we always like to help. You just have to find that certain individual that's willing to take the time out of their day to help somebody like you. Once you find that individual, ask them anything and everything that you want and see if their lifestyle and their way of living matches with the way you see your future. It doesn't get any simpler than that. But that's it for today. If you're graduating this year, or if you already graduated and you're struggling to figure out what you want to do for the rest of your life, this is the secret formula. All you have to do is continue to try, ask for help, look for people who are 5, 10, 15 years ahead of you, and see what your future life could be. So if you have any questions whatsoever, make sure you leave them below. Make sure if you found some value in this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time.